What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? Let me double check if we are actually live. Let me see. And it looks like, are we live? Yes, we are. What's up, guys? How are you? What's up, Gerardo? What's up, OJ? Y'all hit the like button. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Hit that like button. Okay, everything is good with my sound. So, what happened today in the markets, guys? Green day across the board. When it comes to the indices, Russell 2000 goes up 0.81%. The NASDAQ goes up 0.60%. The Dow Jones goes up 0.61%, and the S&P 500 goes up 0.66%. Crude oil finally went up. It was going down. It went down for something like 2 or 3 consecutive trading sessions. So the West Texas Intermediate goes up today 1.01%, closes the trading session at $82.77. Gold went down 0.49%. Silver goes up 1.01%. And the 10-year Treasury yield went up. This is a question mark that we have on the table as of now. You guys know that both the DXY, the US dollar, and the 10-year Treasury yield are the worst enemies of the stock market. And the 10-year Treasury yield above 3% isn't positive for growth-oriented stocks and higher multiple stocks, tech stocks, and so forth. So this is a factor of concern that we have as of now on the table. If we take a look at the sectors of the markets, and by the way, guys, I didn't take a look at the DXY. The DXY went down today a bit, 0.16%. We can make the case that since we got the decision of the European Central Bank of hiking rates by 75 basis points, that strengthened the euro, and it put a bit of downwards pressure over the US dollar. If we take a look at the indices, this is very important, guys. If you are starting out in this business, you need to get familiar with the indices. We have 11 sectors. Sorry, the sectors. If you are starting out in the markets, you need to get familiar with the sectors. We have 11 different sectors in the markets, and the 3 most important sectors of the markets are the financial sector, which is the sector that led the rally today, went up 1.76%. Healthcare, another very heavy sector inside the S&P 500. This sector got the silver medal today, goes up 1.74%, and the most important sector by a long shot, hands down, is the tech sector, which went up 0.34%. So whenever, guys, in any given trading session, which we have these 3 sectors going higher, then we're very likely to have a green day across the board. The worst performing sector today was consumer staples, a defensive sectors of the markets, goes down 0.26%. That implies that we had some sort of risk-on trade or risk-on trading session today, because we can also see as one of the worst performing sectors today, utilities, which is a very, very, very defensive sector. It went down 0.08%. So when it comes to the sectors, we had for the most part a positive day as well. If we take a look at the advancers and decliners distribution, another positive day, because we had 3,866 stocks going up and 2,649 stocks going down. Now, obviously, guys, the big question is, I got a lot of questions from you guys throughout the trading session. And the main question was, should I get puts of the S&P or the SPY, or should I get calls? So we had a very volatile trading session today. Take a look at this. This was a roller coaster ride, up and down, up and down. Something that is worth pointing out from a positive perspective for the bulls is the fact that they were able to close the trading session above the 5-day moving average, above 4,000 points, and they were rejected in a very aggressive way at 4,010 points. So if we are going to talk about resistances in tomorrow's trading session, obviously 4,010 points is an area in which the bulls are very likely to come across with a bunch of buyers. If we pull up here the 4-hour chart of the S&P 500, in my opinion, if the bulls are able to take out the 100-day moving average at 4,045 points, then we might see them filling the next important gap, and very important gap, up to 4,100. In my opinion, guys, if you ask me, at 4,100, which happens to be a previous support back from late February, I would be inclined to get some puts, but I think, and mostly taking into account that the RSI of the S&P is sitting at 51 points, very healthy from a technical standpoint. The S&P is neither oversold nor overbought. I think that this rally still has gas in the tank. And if the bulls take out 4,040 points, then watch out for the other important gap to be filled up to 4,100. And at 4,100, I might be considering grabbing puts of the S&P. This is the, let's say, the positive scenario for the bulls. If tomorrow we happen to see some sort of retracement in the S&P, then I am going to be keeping a close watch on 3,950 or 3,950 points, which happens to be an area in which the bulls found support at today, and this is also an area of resistance in which the bulls failed on 1, 2, 3, and 4 occasions in yesterday's trading session. Curtis is over here. Man, crude oil is quite tricky, like the Dixie. Oh yeah, absolutely. So we can make the case that crude oil went up today because the Dixie took a rest. You guys know that every single commodity and precious metals are inversely correlated to the US dollar. So if the Dixie keeps on going lower, that is going to be obviously good news for the bulls in general terms, because the Dixie is the worst enemy for stocks out there. But we can also make the case that that is going to imply some sort of relief for crude oil, because we had crude oil going up today. How much? I just told you guys. It went up, what, like 1%? It didn't go up much, only 1%. I think, I might be mistaken, obviously, but I think that this is a viable dip in crude oil. Some people ask me today about XLE. Let me pull up here the chart quickly. Let me see. So XLE, the ETF of energy, and I think that this is a viable dip. We can still see over here an uptrend. XLE is trading above the 200-day moving average, and the bulls managed to close today's trading session above, slightly above, I should say, the 100-day moving average at $78. So if we happen to see a process of consolidation slightly above the 100-day moving average, this might be a sign that the bulls are starting to gather momentum in order to fill the next important gap up to $85. I don't think that the price of oil is coming down substantially anytime soon, because we have a bunch of bad news when it comes to the energy production in the world. We have a war in Ukraine. We have the OPEC saying that they are going to cut production, that they are going to cut the output of oil. And we also have the winter coming over in a matter of 2 or 3 months. And this whole situation of Russia cutting the gas supply, shutting down the gas supply to Europe, is going to, I think, throughout the winter, is going to put a bunch of upwards pressure over oil. This is a viable dip. And mind you guys, full disclosure, I own Occidental Petroleum calls as of now. So I have a skin in this game. And if you guys want me to go over any stock, please let me know over there. In the meantime, I am going to take a look at the earnings report of DOCUSIGN. They just posted earnings, and this stock is going bananas after hours. Let me see. Jesus Christ, take a look at this. So DOCUSIGN is up after hours 18%. It is going on an absolute tear. Let me pull up here the live news tab. Let me see what they did. So EPS came in at 44 cents, beating the estimate of 42 cents, and sales came in at $622.20 million, beating the estimate of $602.34 million. So this was a beat across the board when it comes to EPS and sales as well, and guidance. Okay, so DOCU sees full year 2022 revenue between $2.47 billion up to $2.48 billion versus $2.47 billion estimate. So they also beat on guidance. This was a very solid report for DOCU. And they see Q3 2022 revenue between $624 million up to $628 million versus $625 million estimate. Very solid report for DOCU. So this stock might be a runner in tomorrow's trading session. I'm thinking we have a next gap up to the 100-day moving average at $71. DOCU is very overbought after hours. As you guys can see over here on the 4-hour chart, the RSI is sitting at 77 points, very overbought. This is still being a very ugly looking chart. However, as of now, DOCU is above the 5-day moving average, which has a declining position. It is also above the 50 SMA, 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So the chart is starting to show some signs of life. So watch out for DOCU, guys. And needless to say, if the bulls can take out this 100-day moving average at around $71, they might be able to fill the next gap up to $77, which happens to be a previous resistance back from mid-August. By the way, let me take a look at the market structure of DOCU. So let me see, what does this say? So as of now, we have a market structure sentiment of 8 out of 10, and we have an ascending demand that is as of now above the supply. So this is I know this is ChargePoint, guys. Oh, my bad, man. I'm a bit tired, guys. I was live streaming for the guys of my Patreon throughout the whole trading session. I am a bit tired now. There you go, DOCU. So no, we have a very poor market structure that might change tomorrow because this company is posting a very decent report. So we have a market structure sentiment of 1 out of 10, and we have a collapse in demand and a supply that is way above the demand. So from a market structure sentiment, we can make the case that DOCU shouldn't go way higher than this, but we got a very acceptable report. So this might be a runner in tomorrow's trading session, mostly if the rally that we saw today on both the NDX and the S&P 500 keeps on going. This is a stock that I am going to be keeping a close watch on. So a DOCU up $10 after hours. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, it is really flying after hours. So finally, Cathie Wood is breathing a bit with DOCUSIGN, because most of the stocks that she owns has gotten killed after earnings. And most of them, like DOCUSIGN, Zoom was also a disaster. Path recently posted earnings. It was also a disaster. So this is good news for Cathie Wood. DraftKings, Dominic is telling me over here. Let me see what is going on with DraftKings. So apparently California is going to approve online gambling on sports. So this is a positive catalyst that might be coming up for DraftKings, maybe into the last month of the year, maybe December. And when it comes to the technical analysis, this is not a good looking chart. However, the bulls of DraftKings were able to take out or to burst above the 100-day moving average. They are trading as of now above the 180 SMA. However, we are about to see over here a death cross that actually unfolded today. This is a bearish signal for the stock of this company, because we can see the 50 SMA crossing below the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart. We also have a declining 5-day moving average, but today the bulls of DraftKings were able to close above this 5-day moving average. So watch out for DraftKings tomorrow, because if the stock of this company starts to consolidate slightly above this 5-day moving average, so slightly above $16.40, $16.50, this might be a sign that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher and potentially being able to fill the next gap up to the 200-day moving average near $18.83. This would be a trade that would leave us a profit of 12%. And mind you, this could also be a short if the bulls cannot hold this 5-day moving average, and at the same time they cannot hold this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. we have a gap down to $14.37. So this is an interesting stock to keep a close watch on tomorrow, no doubt about it. Either, as I just told you guys, consolidating slightly above $16.20, $16.30, or maybe breaking that support to the downside and maybe dropping down to $14.50. So thanks for thanks for the heads up on DraftKings, my friend Dominic. I closed a trade on Snapchat today. If you guys saw my alert, I started a trade on Snapchat last Friday. I picked up 300 shares of Snapchat, and I ended up closing this trade in a successful way today. I ended up making $320 approximately. We got good news yesterday from Snapchat, so a memo got leaked, and this company is expecting to be able to grow its revenue and its subscribers. So the stock went up today 9% on that news, and it closed the trading session at $12.53. So the RSI is a bit elevated, nothing crazy, 70 points on the 4-hour chart. We can make the case that Snapchat still has room to the upside over here, in which case the next important gap is going to be up to $14, let's say $15. $15 is a previous resistance back from early July and also back from mid-June. So if Snap can fill this gap from, let's say, $13-ish up to $14.90, $15, this would be a 16% profit trade. So this is an interesting chart. In my case, guys, if I happen to see Snapchat tomorrow dropping down to $11.80, and if the stock of this company happens to find a good support over there, I might be considering re-entering or reopening another position on Snapchat. I think that the stock of this company at these levels is an interesting stock. I don't mean for the long term, but it is an interesting stock to have some shares, because I think that we have some room to the upside. So any retracement down to $11.80 is going to make me think about reopening a position. $11.80 is a previous resistance back from early September, and this is also a previous support back from mid-June. So if we were able to take a trade from $11.80, $12-ish, up to $15, this would be a 20% profit trade. And mind you, the stock of this company could fill this gap on good volume and momentum tomorrow without necessarily paying a visit down to this previous support at $11.80. So this is a stock that I would like to take another successful trade with anytime soon. How about JP Morgan? Curtis is saying over here, what website are you using to short here during live? This is Thinkorswim. Yeah, by TD Ameritrade. Let me take a look over here at JP Morgan. Okay, so JPM. Let me see. So financials were the sector, or was the sector that led the rally today, and I think that they also had a good day yesterday. It looks like the markets are getting interested in the financial sector, and this is a very important stock inside that sector. So JP went up today 2.33%, and it closed the trading session at $118.60. We have a clear resistance over here over this 100-day moving average, $119-ish. The RSI is at 69 points. It is at 69 points, sorry guys, on the 4-hour chart. So we can make the case that if the bulls can take out this area of resistance, this 100-day moving average near $119, they might be able to fill the next gap up to $124. This is a previous resistance back from mid-August. This would be a trade that would leave us a 4% profit. As of now, we have a declining 5-day moving average that is starting to flatten out. So that's a good sign. And we are about to see over here the 50 SMA crossing above the 180 SMA. This would be a golden cross, which happens to be a bullish signal for any stock out there. So this is another stock that looks very interesting. So watch out for JP Morgan tomorrow. taking out 119 bucks and potentially being able to fill the next gap up to 124 bucks. And mind you guys, if you're going to take a trade with any financial stock, you need to keep a close watch on the financial sector. XLF would be the ticker symbol. So if you see XLF pulling back, you are not supposed to start any trade with any bank stock or with any component of the financial sector. Other than this specific analysis that I am telling you guys, this is still, the stock of this company is still in a major downtrend. We have a decline in 200-day moving average, so we can still make the case that JP Morgan is guilty until proven innocent. And it would be very positive for the bulls to take out this 100-day moving average at around 119 bucks. I am curious about the market structure of JP Morgan. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. There you go. So JPM, what do we have over here? 5 out of 10. We have a rising demand, and the demand as of now is above the supply, which is also rising, which is normal. Let's just put it that way, because we have a rising demand. So from a market structure standpoint, the stock of this company might be bursting above that 100-day moving average tomorrow and filling the gap that I just told you guys about, up to 124, 123 bucks-ish. Very interesting stock to keep a close watch on for sure. Tesla, oh yeah, absolutely. I lost some bucks yesterday on Tesla, guys. I got puts. The trade was run, and I had to apply a stop loss over there. I lost like 200 bucks, nothing crazy. Tesla went up today 1.96%, and it closed the trading session at $289.26. RSI on the 4-hour chart at 65 points. Very healthy from a technical standpoint. We can make the case that in Tesla terms, the stock of this company is neither oversold nor overbought. So the bulls are above the 5-day moving average. Very good sign. They managed to defend tooth and nail the 100-day moving average near 266 bucks. That's also a very positive sign. And as of now, the bulls are making a test of the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart near $290. Watch out for Tesla tomorrow, guys. We have two very big resistances coming up for the stock of this company. 290 bucks, 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and then a very big level for Tesla, the 200-day moving average at $295. If the bulls can burst above this 200-day moving average near 295 bucks, we have another gap up to 314 bucks, which happens to be an area of resistance in which the bulls already felt on 2 occasions, more specifically in mid-August, and they also felt in early August. Tesla looks like it is about to be off to the races. So I'm thinking that if the bulls can fill the gap in the S&P 500 up to 4,100, Tesla has a fair shot of filling this next gap up to $311. So good job for the bulls today. They went up 1.96%. Let me take a look at the market structure of Tesla over here. Let me see, Tesla Motors. So what happened with Tesla? 1 out of 10. Yeah, this is a very poor market structure. We have a fall in demand, and we have a rise in supply. So this might be, according to the market structure of Tesla, the bulls might be failing at the 200-day moving average near 295 bucks. So this might be a potential short if we happen to confirm from a technical standpoint that the bulls are having issues in order to burst above $295 per share over there. So we went over DOCUSIGN. Look up New Fortress Energy here and red grade thin, says Damian Torres. New Fortress Energy. Do you happen to have the ticker symbol of this stock? New Fortress Energy. Is that actually a stock? Let me see if I can find if I can find the ticker symbol of this. New Fortress Energy. Yeah, NFE. Yeah, this is actually a stock. So let me see NFE. Alrighty. What is this? Wow, take a look. This is a beautiful looking chart. So New Fortress Energy went up today 2.12%, and it closed the trading session at $58.79. Clear uptrend above most of the moving averages, above the 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average, 180 SMA. We have the stock of this company above the 5-day moving average. Very, very, very good looking chart, no doubt about it. So we have a clear resistance over here at $60. The stock of this company went up today 2.12%, and it closed the trading session at $58.79. So we have a very clear resistance at $60. If the bulls can take out $60, which could happen, take a look at the RSI, 53 points on the 4-hour chart. So the stock of this company is neither oversold nor overbacked. So the bulls take out $60, and they have a first shot of filling the next gap up to $63.20, which happens to be a previous resistance back from late August. If we're able to take this breakout trade from $60.60, 61 bucks up to $64, this would be a 5% profit trade. Very good looking short, no doubt about it. Thank you very much for this call out. I am going to be keeping a close watch on this stock tomorrow, and I guess that the market structure of NFE must be looking pretty good, guys. I'm thinking, let me see. So NFE, I don't have the market structure of the stock of this company available, do I? No, I don't. NFE, let me see. No, I don't have it available. So I owe you guys that market structure. It isn't available. Do you also chart crypto? Yes, I do. I use Coinbase Pro, and we can also take a look at. I can also take a look at Bitcoin over here, using the futures of Bitcoin on TD Ameritrade. Let me see if I can take a look at BTC. I am a bull, guys, as you guys can figure because of my t-shirt. I am a long-term investor in crypto, more specifically on Ethereum and Bitcoin. And BTC seems to be consolidating slightly above 19,000 bucks, guys. We have seen a process of consolidation that started. When did it start? It started back in mid-June. So it is still the technical chart that we can see on BTC and Bitcoin is a very ugly looking chart, but maybe the bulls are leaving the worst behind. So we have a clear resistance at 20,000 bucks. This is the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. And if the bulls can take out this 50 SMA on this chart, we have a first gap up to 22,000 bucks, 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and then we have another a very important gap up to 25,000 bucks, which is an area in which Bitcoin failed on multiple occasions back in mid-August. But you guys know that the markets have been treating the crypto space and Bitcoin more specifically like a tech stock. So whatever is going to happen with crypto and with Bitcoin, for that matter, is going to depend on whatever happens with the NASDAQ 100. If the NASDAQ 100 already bottom out and we happen to see some sort of recovery of that index, then that is going to be beneficial for Bitcoin. And if we happen to see more downside, and keep in mind that we are dealing with the worst month of the year for stocks, if we happen to see more downside, I think that Bitcoin has an appointment with lower prices. In my case, guys, I recently started a new position on Bitcoin. I already own 0.80 Bitcoin. I want to have 1 Bitcoin. And I still need to purchase a bit more of BTC. And I would think that, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, and obviously I could very well be mistaken. I think that the worst case scenario for the mother of all cryptocurrencies is going to be 13,000 bucks. 13,000 bucks is a previous resistance back from August of 2020. I think that might be a screaming buy. I also own Ethereum, but as of now, I have been focusing myself on accumulating more BTC. Did you go over the SPY yet? No, I haven't. Let me go ahead. I mean, I went over the S&P 500, but I don't mind going over the SPY. So we closed right at 400 points. What could be happening over here? Very good job for the bulls. They reconquered today the 5-day moving average, which still has a declining position, a declining form, let's say. So that is a bit concerning for the bulls. The next important gap over here, guys, is going to be the 100-day moving average at 402 bucks. If the bulls can take out 402 bucks and 70 cents each, then we have another gap up to 4,100. That is going to be the next important spot Sorry, it would be $411. My bad, 4,100. This would be $410. This would be the next important spot for the SPY. Take a look at how $410 happens to coincide with the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and this is also the lower pivot back from late February. Do I think that the bulls can fill this gap tomorrow or in the upcoming days? It's a possibility in minor time frames, since the bulls are trading above the above the 5-day moving average, and since they are trading above VWAP, this is pretty much a possibility. But you guys have to keep in mind that we are dealing with the worst month of the year for stocks. So there's a decent chance that any further rally might be sold out, or might be sold by the sellers. So in my opinion, and I am going to tell you the same thing, the same stuff that I told you with the S&P 500, I might be a buyer of puts either near 4,100 in the S&P 500 or near $410 on the SPY. This is going to be a very important spot, and yeah, that's my plan on the SPY. Let me pull up here the 5-day, 5-minute chart and take a look at how the bulls were able today of closing above the VWAP, and they also closed above the 5-day moving average. So good job for the bulls today, guys. I have nothing to complain about the job that they did today. But the S&P 500 is still or the SPY for that matter, is still in a major downtrend. We have a decline in 200-day moving average. We have a decline in 5-day moving average. So I don't think the SPY or the S&P are out of the woods quite yet. So any rally has to be suspicious, and I might be a put buyer near 4,100 over here. So SMR, energy stock. Yeah, I already went over that stock, right? Let me see, SMR. New Scale Power Corporation. No, I haven't gone over this stock. Wow, very good looking chart. Over here, the stock of this company went up today 2.62%, and it closed the trading session at $14.50. So the bulls are trading above the 5-day moving average, above the 180 SMA. We have a clear uptrend. We have an ascending 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average. This is a very good looking chart. I think that if the bulls can take out $14.50, which is the price at which the stock of this company closed the trading session at today, this is also a previous resistance back from 2 days ago, September 6th. They have a first shot or a first chance of filling the next important gap up to $16, which is an area of resistance in which they felt back in late August, and they also felt back in early August. Very good looking chart. If we were able to take a breakout trade over here with this stock bursting above $14.60, and if we can ride this stock up to $16-ish, this would be an 8.87% trade. This would be a very, very solid trade. Let me take a look at the market structure of SMR. Let me see, SMR, okay. So what do we have over here? I don't have the market structure available either, do I? No, I don't have it available. No, my bad. Nope, guys, my bad. Don't have it available. So I am going to owe you the market structure of the stock of this company. Alrighty, guys. I think that I am going to wrap it up. 33 minutes. That's it. So remember, I am going to be live streaming for you guys on Mondays and Thursdays as well for something like 30 minutes, so we can go over stocks. If you want to ask me any questions about the stock market, about financial analysis, technical analysis, I am going to be over here in order to help you guys. So thank you very much for coming over, and see you guys next Monday. So take care. Curtis, OJ, Dominic, Vader, Jamil Rogers, Jack Rahu, Damian Torres. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.